Ladies and gentlemen, dames und herren, mesdames et messieurs, welcome to the Vincent Charles Project, the spooky Halloween episode. Well, it's not really Halloween, but we're getting close. In October, everything is Halloween. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us, and I would like to introduce our guests. First, you know him, you love him, Orty Packard. Orty, how you doing?
Hello. I'm well. Knees bother me a little, back always, but you're doing good. How about you?
I am I am fair to middling, my friend,
Excellent.
which is better than doing shitty.
Yeah.
And I need to turn the TV down because I'm watching Tenebrae as we do this. Ooh, good part. Guy just got an axe in the head. Awesome. I love that movie.
Nice.
Anyway, our other guest who has joined me on one past episode and got a lot of great feedback. You know her. You also love her. Ms. Janelle Waz. Janelle, how you
Hello.
doing?
I'm doing all right here.
Excellent. I'm very glad you could join. I'm very glad, Ordy, and you could join me today because we're going to talk about an interesting, spooky subject that most of the KLRN radio podcasts are doing this month. Like I said, it's October, it's Halloween. Most of the shows you encounter for the next couple of weeks are going to have some kind of spooky theme or like one of Ordy's shows, any kind of conspiracy theme, which is
I prefer
awesome.
conspiratainment, thank you.
I stand corrected, sir. And today's subject, we're going to talk about who we feel are the greatest vampires in fiction, not just film, but in books and in other media. And Ordy, how do you feel about that? Let's kick things off.
I I studied basically for film, but okay, so there is a series of books, and I don't think I'm going to get to be on a Spirited Books run. I don't think I'll get off work in time to do it. Necroscope by Brian Lemley. It's a really interesting. It's a whole series. It's a really interesting take on vampirism, and they're more like extra dimensional beings, and it's set in the Cold War. So you got MI5 versus KGB intrigue going along with like a psyop, and really fascinating series of books.
I've heard of them, but I never read them, and I suppose I should. Now that you've mentioned everything that's going on, I should get around to reading them.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
I highly recommend it.
Um, you studied up for movies, so
Yeah.
talk to me. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me your
Well,
go-tos.
we
What are your
we
the ones that suck? The ones that are great. We've got an hour
we
to kill,
can't.
brother.
All right. Well, we can't talk about vampire movies unless we're going to talk about one of the finest ones ever put on celluloid, and that is Once Bitten. Lauren Hutton and Karen Coppins fighting for who gets to take Jim Carrey's virginity.
Oh Jesus!
Lauren Hutton playing the vampire, and the dance off between her and Karen Coppins for the soul of Jim Carrey is fantastic.
Okay, I was not expecting this. I I really was not expecting.
No, I'm looking at the IMDb page and I'm like, Mal Flanders vampire?
Oh Jesus! Okay, I admit to having seen Once Bitten. Oh my God! Back in like my early 20s, it was like on HBO or something. And Lauren Hunt was a smoke show.
Oh
Seriously.
yeah.
And that pretty much alone was the reason to watch it. And, back then, who knew that Jim Carrey would break out and turn into such a monster? But, and y'all can Google that. I'm not going to get into it. But, yeah. Oh my God, definitely. Shit, I talk about the chat and because remember, chat
Is
live
chat
matters.
roll?
I don't know. Is chat running?
Chat,
It
say
appears to be.
something.
Yeah, 53 people. Ain't nobody talking. Okay.
There
All
we
right,
go.
you two said something. Thank you so much. Chat lives matter. Uh,
and there's Jeff. Awesome. Cool.
there we go. Anyway.
Well, you wanted me to start it off. You
yeah,
got
I know.
what you asked.
We've got something. Janelle says, I just love that Janelle watches YouTube channel. Oh,
No one was
shameless
saying
self-promotion. I love it. Anyway, Janelle,
Yes.
let's stick with the topic here. Talk to me, vampires. Go.
I mean, I'm not super into horror, to be honest. I mean, there's a handful of vampire episodes in Star Trek. I can tell you about that.
There you go.
There was a Sega CD game I played a while ago with a friend called Dracula Unleashed, which was basically a crappy FMV sequel to Dracula, where you played. He's like a rich Texan, like investigating like Dracula 10 years later. And it was years ago, so I had to like look up the video footage real quick before this podcast. And there was a Disney Channel movie that I remember watching called Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire. And the vampire's played by Mr. Sheffield from The Nanny. And the vampire hunter is David Carradine's brother.
Which one? Was it Keith?
Robert.
Was it Robert. Robert, the most inferior of the Carradines.
Hey, he got plenty of work on Disney Channel in
Yeah,
the
he
early
did.
2000s.
Wait, wasn't that Lewis from Revenge of the Nerds?
Yes, it was.
Okay, thank you. That's so.
And Rick is in the chat. Rick, hello.
Hello.
Oh, jeez. Oh, where do I begin? Vampire movies. And they shaped my
also,
life. Oh,
I
go ahead.
survived the Twilight craze at an all-girls high school back when Twilight was huge.
Okay.
Oh.
Dish it out. What happened? Talk.
Everybody was, talking.
We need deets, woman.
I mean, everyone was obsessed
The tea,
with
spill it.
everyone was obsessed with that book, and I'm just in the corner of the library trying to make my way through the Jane Austen novels. And yeah.
Oh my god. I don't even want to imagine the unbridled carnage.
Yeah. Well, I remember there was a contest in the library. It's like, tell us about your favorite book. You'll win a prize. So I wrote this lovely little piece about Pride and Prejudice and said why it was good. The one that won was, take a guess, Twilight.
Jesus.
With the description, it's a perfect blend of mystery and romance.
What?
It's vampire / fic rewriting of 50 Shades of Grey.
Just about.
Oh my god.
Like, that was the winning description.
Oh my god.
Don't tell me the fix wasn't in.
Oh.
It had to be.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I guess Mr. Darcy wasn't sparkly enough for these people.
Apparently not.
Apparently.
Oh, my ribs are going to be hurting for most of the show. Just letting y'all know. Straight up.
I'm Team Edward. I'm Team Jacob. I'm Team Shut Up.
I'm Team Sylvia Plath. Here's some Ambien. Get to it.
Team Gas Oven.
And then Buffy staked Edward. The end.
God, that would have been fantastic. Christy Swanson reprising her role, just going in there and that needs to happen. Somebody needs to deep fake that one.
I don't think you need to deep fake it. She's on Twitter. Somebody tweet her.
Because all the high school girls wanted a vampire 17-year-old boy telling them, I watch you while you sleep.
And he drives a Volvo. So he's sensible.
Volvos, they're boxy, but they're good.
Let's see. JEFF Lost Wanderer from Alpha Centauri says only way Twilight would have ended well is if Blade made an appearance.
Oh, Jeff, you, as always, you cut to the very heart of it.
Where's Van Helsing when you need him?
Seriously. And not that Hugh Jackman bullshit. I want fucking Laurence Olivier.
No, you need Dracula Unleashed Van Helsing. That always says vampire.
Oh God. I had a hard time with that movie. I did. I did.
No, you need the Legend of the Seven Golden Vampires Van Helsing, played by Peter Cushing.
Ooh, yeah, Peter Cushing.
You may stake when ready.
Exactly. He classed up everything he was in.
He really did.
Regardless of, some people say you can't polish a turd. Well, he could. But
also, Rick says vampires don't sparkle, and no,
exactly.
they do not.
They don't. But unless you're an overly hormonal female author who writes fanfic.
Oh, and thanks, Jeff, for sharing my YouTube channel URL. After I did the shameless self-promotion.
There you go. Just putting that out there to all, hopeful guests in the future who may be listening right now. I have no problem. Pimp away. If you have a project, I will pimp it for you. No bigs. But anyway, Jeff at it again, or better yet, the Frog Brothers show up and take care of business. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter.
That was a fantastic documentary.
It was. That was one of the best documentaries I've seen in quite a while. Very, very concise, truthful, to the point. Excellent special effects. You never get those that much for a documentary.
Well, they said Mary Lincoln was involved in some crazy stuff.
Yeah, this is true.
Boy, was she.
Other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how'd you enjoy the show?
Oh, God.
Well, Vincent, we got to get to you. Vampires.
Gotta
Spill
get
it.
to me. Oh my God, so many, because I was weaned on horror movies when I was a kid because my mother really didn't give a shit. She would watch anything on TV, and I was exposed to many films watching creature features over the weekend and at night. And I think I saw the first Dracula when I think it was just shy of my 6th birthday, the one with Bela Lugosi. And you look at that stuff now, a film that's almost 100 years old, and you're like, that's not scary, that's not scary. But back then, a kid, you watch that stuff, you're like, holy shit. And it just grabbed me. It grabbed me by the throat, pardon the pun. But once I saw that, I started getting into the other, the Universal monsters, Frankenstein, the Mummy, the Wolfman, and all that shit. And as I got older, tastes changed. So I was watching, more violent and more mature themed films and stuff like that. All of the Hammer horror films with Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing, which were fucking amazing. They're the standard bearers for me. But
absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. But one that I saw that totally freaked me out. I mean, it didn't freak me out, like scary wise. It was just the performances and the atmosphere. Was the '79 version of Dracula with Frank Langella. And I was
coming back to Laurence Olivier as Van Helsing.
Exactly. That movie floored me. I was like, holy shit. And
is that the guy in that DS9 episode?
Yes. DS9. Yeah.
Yeah. What's his face?
He was a Bajoran. I forgot his name.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
He was in the Ring 3-parter.
Yeah, because that's one of my top DS9 three-parters. Shoot, what is it?
I forgot it. I forgot the name of the character he plays, but yeah, he was in it, and he's just an
Minister
absolute-
Jaro, that was it.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's right, Jaro. Thank you.
He's an absolutely phenomenal actor. I mean, everything he does is just wow.
Oh yeah,
And
he almost reminds me of Christopher Lee. Almost.
almost, yeah. He has that kind of presence, but then, Christopher Lee had this, this regal voice.
Oh yeah.
He sounded like, the Italian count that he claimed he was. And but Frank Langella just shows up, and he's just got like this deep baritone. Well, it's baritone, but it's bordering on alto. That deep voice and that
Right.
stage presence, and it's just like, holy shit! And I was just, dude, to me, it doesn't get any better than that. He is my favorite Dracula. I mean, I've got plenty other, favorite vampire movies and stuff like that, but as far as Dracula goes, yeah, he rings all the cherries for me. And I bet there are people in chat going, "What the hell? What the hell?" No, nobody in chat is talking. So good.
Well,
Chat
I mean,
talk.
Nobody's arguing. Great.
right. I
Chat,
mean,
we have
between
ways
Jack
of making
Palance,
you talk.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, that was
between
another
Jack
good one.
Palance and Bela Lugosi, you've got Frank Langella.
The Jack Palance version. I don't know if anybody else has seen that. It's on Tubi.
It's
And
not bad.
No, it's very good.
Yeah.
It's very good. I mean, his performance, and they have. It was developed by. It was produced by Dan Curtis, the guy who did Dark Shadows, and he did a bunch of
Okay.
70s television shows. He did like. I think he was involved with The Night Stalker. I think.
I think so too.
But
yeah.
he did a bunch of other TV movie, Trilogy of Terror, another movie that scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. He did Frankenstein. I forgot who played the lead in that. I think Bo Svensson played the monster in that one, but it was actually really good. And he did Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and Jack Palance played the lead in that as well. And these are all on Tubi, so everybody out there, please check these out because they're amazingly good. Yeah, they look cheesy. It's got like that videotape feel to it because of the gear they were using back then. But the story, the stories are awesome. The writing is solid, and the effects aren't up to 21st century standards. But back then you had story. You really didn't need effects.
Exactly.
Instead of being the other way around.
See, that was why I kind of like the Dark Universe a lot better than the Dead Teen movies. I mean, I never was a huge fan of like Freddy and Jason and all that other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the more thinker kind of, it happening off screen so you can use your imagination.
Yeah. Definitely. That's basically the entirety of the Bela Lugosi version. Everything happens off screen. It's like, oh, Dracula dies. Oh, he dies off screen. That's, oh.
That's Shakespearean almost.
Or does he? Dun dun dun. It's like, yeah, he came back to life and turned into a heroin addict.
And then became an alien with Plan 9.
Oh, wait, that was God. Worst Dracula ever. And Maximum Leader. Bella is best, by the way. He was the first. And he's up there. He's in my top 5. Because amazingly, another version of Dracula, I didn't actually get to see it live because it was in the stage production, but I saw a videotape of it. Raul Julia played Dracula.
Oh, that'd be great.
And he played I think, if I'm not mistaken, because Frank Langella played Dracula on Broadway, and that's what brought him into the film. And when he left the production before he started doing the film, he left the Broadway play, and Raul Julia took over. and dude, he's good. He's
The day I drank your blood was the most important day of your life. For me, it was a Saturday.
Game over.
Well, you can't talk about Raul without doing an M. Bison joke. Come
Oh
on.
yeah.
Seriously. And then Jean-Claude Van Helsing comes out of nowhere. Oh, shit.
Why wasn't this a movie?
That's why, yeah, anyone with deep fake skills or AI knowledge, please make that movie. Raul Julia versus Abraham Van Dam.
And then lawsuit.
we need this in our lives.
I think we just dropped a gauntlet on Jeff. He's been doing the music and the images down to perfection. Now it's time for video.
Seriously, yeah. Yep, maximum leader.
remiss not
Yes,
to
I
bring
would
up-
see that movie.
So I would absolutely pay to watch that movie.
Cashy money, all of it. Fry gift. Shut up and take my money.
Yeah, we would be remiss not bringing up George Hamilton, though.
Oh, absolutely. Funniest Dracula, I think.
Oh no, Jeff just said, whom is Raul fighting?
Jeff, he's Jean-Claude Van Damme. Except he's Jean-Claude Van Helsing. Pan Dracula. Yeah.
There's no costume. It's just Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, there's no instead of the camouflage, just have more like black cargo pants and a black beret, and he'll just do like spin kicks and shit.
And instead of staking the heart, he just kicks it out of him.
I mean, there's your movie.
There you go.
Right. There you go. And scene.
See, Hollywood, there are original ideas still.
And then jump, freeze frame, fade to black, Finn.
But with a question mark.
I mean, the best I was coming up with before stream was Rambo Vampire Hunter, but...
Oh, what? I'd pay to see that. I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole
It's
wars
like
in
hiding
your
in the
blood thing.
mud.
Yeah. It's in your blood.
Yeah, there's
They
a
drew
lot
first
of
blood,
stories
not
about-
me.
There's a lot of stories about Vietnam vampires.
Well,
Ooh. Asian vampires. All the Asian vampire movies. Oh my god, there are so many on Tubi. Hong Kong Chinese vampire movies. Robo Vampire being one of them and being one of the best. And I'm not sure if anyone is familiar with how Asian vampires are different than Western vampires. They hop like bunnies when they move around. And there's like a whole different lore. There are different ways to kill them and stuff like that. But it is so fucking amazing to watch. It's hilarious. It is. So hang on, is Robo Vampire on Tubi still?
okay, I googled it. Is it like a RoboCop crossover like movie or something?
Yeah. The RoboCop that you see on the movie poster is not the RoboCop that you get.
Oh, great!
Because what you need to do is you need to actually Google Robo Vampire.
Wait, is it like a silver knight guy that's coming up in Google?
Yeah,
Basically a low budget Ultraman.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a guy.
man.
It's a guy in a tinfoil costume with an M60.
Why does this look like the greatest thing ever?
It is.
Okay.
Seriously.
Okay, I
you need to
mentioned
watch
it earlier. If you're gonna talk about Chinese vampire movie, you've got to watch The Legend of the Seven Golden Vampires.
Okay, and I need to see if that's on Legend of the Seven Golden Vampires. And I misspelled 7. Golden.
At the very least, Robo Vampire is on Pluto TV.
Oh,
I'm
Pluto's
assuming
rotten
that's
with
on
ads,
demand,
though.
but I'm not sure.
They actually gave Bram Stoker credit in Legend of the Seven Golden Vampires.
And
Peter Cushing.
it doesn't look like it's on Tubi. Although there is Devil's Express. And if you haven't seen this movie, I'll just read the Tubi description. A groovy martial arts master takes on 50,000 years of death in the form of an evil demon that haunts and kills in the New York subways. And the hero, I forget his name in the actual film, but it's played by a guy whose actual name is Warhawk Tanzania.
Nice.
I shit you not. And this movie is just, you have to. I need to like create a list of all the movies that we're talking about, and then I'll go ahead and put it on a tweet after, so everyone can watch these. And Jeff told Orty to check the Discord DMs.
Yeah, he started doing some AI with Rambo, and
oh, dude, you're gonna have to.
I'm not sure if those are feathers or garlic bulbs tied into his hair. But, either way, it's awesome.
We are all over the road today. Stay in your lane. Fuck that.
Garlic bulbs are awesome.
Instead of the little necklace Ko gave him, it's just a garlic necklace.
Except it's not a necklace. They're tied into his locks.
Like flowers?
Yeah.
Give him a necklace. It's not garlic bulbs. It's just like a jar of crushed garlic from Publix or something. It's like they're fighting Dracula to Piggly Wiggly. Oh, Jesus. And Rick says, so it's a day that ends in Y then, VC. Yes, it is. Absolutely. 0 shits given, buddy.
Let's see. He likes his pearl necklace.
Oh, fucking bringing ZZ Top into the chat. Holy shit. That's a deep dive. So, Orty, George Hamilton.
Yeah. Right. Okay, so the disappointing thing about that movie, and there isn't much, but the disappointing thing is that Susan St. James, who I had an absolute crush on Kate and Alley, probably this is the point that she looked her worst. New York 70s disco chick. But George Hamilton was absolutely fantastic in it.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it's on YouTube.
Artie Johnson as Renfeld, and just Sherman Helmsley was in it.
It was comedic gold, seriously. Far better than as much as I loved Leslie Nielsen, I hated that fucking movie.
Yeah, that wasn't a good movie.
No, that was no.
If you don't know what we're talking about, that's Dracula Dead and Loving It.
Yeah. Yeah, not one of
but it was
not. Not one of the best.
No.
Oh,
what was the Mel Brooks did a vampire movie too, didn't he?
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, that was it. Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
Was it?
That's right.
Yes, it was.
It was embarrassing on 2 of my comedic favorites. So that's probably why I was repressing. I had to repress Mel Brooks out of it.
Huh. I guess it was.
JG, Susan St. James came into my shop and dropped a couple of $100 when I lived in Maine. Ooh, what'd she buy? Spill the tea, dear.
And the lag is annoying.
Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it.
I'm trying to remember if I know Susan St. James from anything.
Other than Kate and Allie?
Macmillan and Wife.
Maybe that's where I've heard of her.
Yeah, for those of you who are as old, if not older than I am, and there are a few. There we go. Purses, shirts, and aprons. I thought it was going to be like cocaine, hookers, and other things.
She was in an episode of Suits.
Ooh.
Okay, now we're getting there, Jeff. We got an AI image of we got Jean-Claude Van Damme with a double spear, black beret, and black pants. And that's
okay,
it.
dude, you gotta post these on Twitter.
I was gonna say Pixar didn't happen.
Right.
Because I'm not seeing anything. All I'm seeing is like otter pictures with.
Yeah, no, that's the good start. Now you got to have Raul Julia as Dracula.
It's Dracula Bison.
Dracula. Mula.
He's like, oh, sure, it was that kind of shop. Okay, well. No, that would have been De Niro. Yes. Disappointing, but true. See, vampires coming up. The Nosferatu remake. Have you seen the trailers for that?
I have not, but
You need to seriously go on YouTube and look for them.
Okay.
Robert Eggers, the guy who did the Northman a couple of years ago, which was basically a rehash of Hamlet with some changes. Excellent fucking movie, and it's on Stars, I believe. But I'm sure you can find it in other places as well. And Jeff DM'd me.
I'm just gun shy after what.
Yes, that is it.
It's right. After what Francis Ford Coppola did to Metropolis.
Yeah, but word on the straw. The advanced screenings for Nosferatu says it's fucking amazing.
Okay, cool.
And pretty much everything that this guy's done is fucking amazing. He's a very good director. And these days, that's not easy to do, considering how much shit is being put into theaters. But yeah, definitely watch the trailers or the previews for it. They're all over YouTube. And Willem Dafoe, that's another reason to see it.
So, well, you sold me that.
Yeah, Willem Dafoe is Van Helsing in this one. Oh, and what do we got? Barnabas Collins.
They should have gotten Tom Berenger as Nosferatu.
Oh, Jesus. He's looking rough these days.
Yeah.
Speaking of Nosferatu, the original it's turned 100 a couple of years ago, and they have a version of it. I think they actually have the 100th anniversary version on Tubi, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's in my Nosferatu. Yes, the 100th anniversary edition is on Tubi, so definitely watch that. And the only changes they made to it is they cleaned it up a great deal. Visually it's never looked better. And they redid the soundtrack. And it's like full Dolby, and it sounds amazing. New music, all kinds of stuff.
Nice remaster.
Start with that THX.
Yeah. And let's see. There's also the Klaus Kinski version, which we will not discuss. Yeah, not a favorite. I don't want vampires that talk. I don't want German vampires that talk.
Nobody does.
No, even though Werner Herzog is one of my favorite directors. But yeah, that's this was a bit of a stretch.
So, what other vampire things were there in Trek? Because I only got that cloud that fled the Enterprise because Spock's Vulcan blood is made of copper.
Oh, I
That's copper.
forgot about that one.
What?
Yeah. Oh, it was called Obsession. Kirk was kind of, like it was kind of like a
Okay,
Moby Dick kind of story.
I
Yeah.
want everyone listening to make a note of the date and time at 6:35
Oh no.
Eastern Standard Time, 6 October 2024. Janelle was forgot something about Star Trek.
To be fair, I haven't really gone through the original series in a while. But
Okay,
yes,
we'll let it
what Rick
slide.
said, the salt vampire, and then DS9.
Oh, that's right, the salt vampire.
Yeah, it was McCoy's old girlfriend.
Right.
That was
Nancy Crater.
stealing all the salt from people. And then that poor ensign Ricky thought she was a hot chick he found at some planet, and then he ended up dead.
Ensign Ricky.
Just a generic term. They're all ensign Ricky.
Oh, exactly. I love it so much. Fucking Ensign Ricky.
The other vampire was DS9, the Muse.
That episode, I forgot. Okay. And it was played by Meg Foster.
Yeah. And she was going
Okay.
after young Jake Sisko and giving him nosebleeds.
Okay. I didn't equate that to vampire because that's also one of those episodes that I just skip over on rewatches. I'll like watch it once every couple of years or something.
It's not a great episode.
No.
The Waxana plot isn't too bad. She has some sweet moments with Odo, but it's not a great episode.
No.
And Rick,
and then you have the
dropping knowledge on us. Technically, the third episode.
The Chirodum cloud creature.
Yeah.
The one from Obsession.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and Kirk remembers it from his days on the Farragut.
That's right.
Turned into Ahab.
That and Voyager.
Wait, Rick said, I actually liked it, but I'm weird. You're talking about the Muse or Obsession?
Yes. Embrace the power of and.
That's what we do here.
That's right.
I forgot about the salt vampire. That's right.
Yeah. And then it's like Nancy's just licking her lips at all the salt around.
Jesus. She sees a salt shaker and she's like a Dave Chappelle.
Right?
Just throwing it in her mouth.
Y'all got any more of that iodized salt?
Well, one time she's like going like, salt. You said they'd bring more salt.
And she's like seriously jonesing. Oh my god.
Oh, excellent. Jeff said that Embrace the Power of And merch is now available in the KLRN store.
Nice.
Oh, jeez. So here's a vampire question for you. One we've discussed a lot in my family. Okay, yes, please go ahead. Questions are always welcome.
This coming from Maximum Leader.
Yes. I feel there should be like lightning bolts in his name. Like Maximum Leader. Or like
Max Power.
But you mustn't touch.
His name sounds good in your ear.
You must not fear.
'Cause his name can be said by anyone. Max Power.
Okay.
We're waiting on that question.
Assuming that
Okay,
vampires
so assuming that vampires can change forms like bat, wolf, etc.
I just got max power.
You're welcome.
God damn you.
Wait, but assuming that the physical laws of conservation of mass supply,
There's going to be goddamn maths.
Did I mention I never fully made peace with science in school?
Nor did I.
I made
I
peace with like
embraced
every
it.
other subject, not science.
I made peace with lunch.
Fair enough. Wait, shouldn't the vampire be a 200-pound wolf or a 200-pound bat?
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, where does he put the extra weight?
Oh dear God, I don't know. It is Sunday. Math is allowed. No, it's not. Not on my show.
No, it's just the
200
condensation
pounds
of the
of
mass.
mist.
I mean, the weight is still there. It's just compressed and condensed. So yeah, you still have the 200-pound bat, but you still have all the muscular power in those wings of it. I'm going with yes. 200 pounds of mist. Yes.
I mean,
They
in
live.
DS9, we see Odo change into like a rat in like the first episode, I think.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's not like I don't know how much Rene Auberjonois weighed, but I'm assuming
185. He was lanky.
Oh, yeah.
Lanky. Yeah, I'd say
I'm
185,
just
190.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm assuming he wasn't a 185-pound rat, but
Yes, he was. Compressing the matter down, the changeling matter.
yeah. What if he's all hollow on the inside, though?
Well, and that's what
That's what we bring
Jesus.
to the table, folks. Changeling
Right.
biology.
I mean, like, couldn't have apply to Dracula as well? Has anybody cut open? Well, I suppose staked him, but with
yes,
Dracula.
they have, but
Or whatever the dead weight of the vampire is. Oh, I
Bear in mind, I never read Dracula. I don't watch any of the Dracula movies.
I feel bad now because I can't answer that question because I'm not smart enough.
I believe yes. Whatever the dead weight of the no, I believe they can't. And to your point, about Odo changing shape, maybe he's hollow inside. Joseph Sisko came up with that, saying if I was a changeling, I would just kill some poor human, take all their blood, and
Yeah.
leak it on demand for the blood screenings.
Yeah.
So, if you prick me, do I not leak?
And then he cut his finger, and they're all like, "Wait, is that blood? Is that blood?"
So,
And
but
then
yeah, I believe that they can. Even with the conservation of mass, I believe that is the whole mass just compressed.
Okay, see, that's why I hate you guys because then you mentioned Joseph Sisko, and now I want a big old plate of pasta boudin, you motherfuckers. It's got a bit of a kick.
Or the catfish etouffee.
Oh. We believe that mass is conserved too. Max, I'm sorry I couldn't answer your question. I'm sure they gave you a far better answer than I could, but
Hey, I'm
I
using
feel bad.
changeling logic here.
It applies.
And I'm talking about food, so hey, par for the course.
Start talking
We all
about
have our
gumbo.
wheelhouses.
Start talking about gumbo, and now I think of Justin Wilson.
Jambalaya.
Oh, Justin Wilson, he was a treasure. Guarantee. Aye, I need some wine. Oh shit. Oh, we have fun, don't we?
Yes, we do. God, what's our Trek episode going to be like?
It's going to be insanity.
Might
Trek
have to do 2
insanity
hours.
because you guys, it's going to have to be a 2-hour show.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are going to be talking about TNG and DS9, and I'm going to be an asshole and talk about Discovery and Strange New Worlds.
Well, I tell you, if I was writing Star Trek Picard, I'd open it up with Wesley walking in and going, "Dad," And then Picard's like, son. And they hug it out for an hour.
Oh, Jesus. And then
that would be the last episode of the show.
and then
Which is
jump,
probably for the best.
jump, freeze frame, fade to black, Finn.
Set it up
Movie
like
takes on a whole new meaning. Yes, it does.
set it up like an 80s family sitcom where Wes learns an important lesson at the end.
On a very special episode of Star Trek Picard.
Wesley, what is this in your bag? I'm holding it for a friend, Dad. Drugs are no good.
I learned it from watching you.
Oh, you know, Wesley would totally get busted at Starfleet Academy for smuggling tribbles.
No pets in the dorm rooms.
No, they just inadvertently cause a war with the Klingons.
But it doesn't matter because he got accepted to Red Squadron. Ah.
No, that was Nog.
Yeah, Wesley was Nova Squadron.
Oh, Nova Squadron. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Admittedly, I'm not a Wesley fan, but that is one of my top episodes, The First Duty.
Okay, and we're
And
gonna.
that was
end
when
the
we
sh-
learned that
we're gonna
Tom
end the
Paris
show
was
right
never
there.
going to be up
Yeah.
to any good.
Anyways, vampires.
Vampires.
Jazz hands, vampires,
Blah.
blah. Count Floyd. Oh, boogity boogity.
Y'all see Fright Night?
Yes.
No.
Both versions.
Okay,
Yeah.
I haven't seen the new version. Just
the new version.
just the old version where Prince Humperdinck is the vampire next door.
Yeah. The new version, people tend to give it a lot of hate, but I actually enjoyed it. But you know, I like weird things. Paging.
That's why you have me on the show.
Yes.
Wait, where would Wesley hide the tribbles to get them in?
Paging Mr. Gear. Oh. Zing!
Vampires use the transporter. Well, I mean, could vampires use the transporter?
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
And Wednesday, it was better than expected. Yeah, it was. I believe it was. And I think it's on if it's like everything else, it'll probably be on Tubi.
everything is on Tubi. All will be Tubi.
Yes.
I don't watch Tubi as much as I should.
You should. It has the most extensive library. Seriously.
And the least obnoxious commercial breaks.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Commercial breaks
I'm
generally
actually
went
I've
about.
gotten back in. I'm going through season 3 of Sanctuary, finishing that up so I can finish the series up. It's kind of a slog right now, but no wait, I just started season 4.
Yes, the new version of Fright Night is on Tubi.
Of course it is.
So yeah, and so is Once Bitten. God damn you! And
Oh, Sanctuary with
Right.
Amanda Tapping.
Yeah,
tapping
that was their little
Amanda.
green screen project. The whole show was done in green screen.
Oh.
It started as a web series before Sci-Fi picked it up. It's actually not terrible.
Hmm.
And speaking of vampires, that's kind of the central theme.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Her, Todd the Wraith, who plays Jack the Ripper in it, and all the other Nikola Tesla and all the other major characters all modified themselves with the blood of the true blood vampires back in the 1800s when they were all at Oxford together.
Ah.
And flash forward to modern times,
Hmm.
they all got their thing going. Yeah,
And
not terrible.
I'm looking at all of the vampire movies on Tubi, and oh my god, some good ones, some not so good. Most of them have seductive-looking women on the cover or on the painting.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
and
most. Yeah.
That's how you get the
How have we not
viewership.
talked about? How have we not talked about Buffy yet, though?
because I'm going to make a confession. Other
Okay.
than the original, film with Christy Swanson, I have not seen one single solitary episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Blah, blah, blah.
Well,
Dyslexia sucks. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Trick or
that's
trout.
all that really matters.
Oh, it's the Charles boy. Give him another fish.
I mean, what more do you need than the original movie? I mean, you got Christy Swanson, Donald Sutherland, Paul Rubens, Rucker Howard. I mean,
It's joy. It's joy on celluloid. It was a
it really
fucking
is.
awesome movie.
You even got Hilary Swank in it.
Sideshow Luke Perry.
Because what is this show without another Simpsons reference?
Exactly.
Sideshow Luke Perry. I can't do a good Krusty the Clown unless I'm drunk. And I'm not. But Buffy has Murray Head's brother in it. Yes.
Wait, the TV show or the movie?
The TV show.
Oh, that's right.
Was that Anthony?
Now I'm gonna have One Night in Bangkok stuck in
Yes.
my head for the rest of the week.
One night in Bangkok and the world's your oyster. I forget the lyrics.
I get my kicks above the waistline, sunshine.
I'm only playing the game, controlling it.
Oh my god. Here's one y'all need to see because it is so fucking terrible and some of the worst acting I've ever seen in a film, period. Which is a shame because it's directed by Tommy Lee Wallace, who is a fairly accomplished horror director, and he's made some very good films. Vampires, Los Muertos, which was a sequel to the Vampires movie with James Woods in it. And this one has
I just
John
saw
Bon
that.
Jovi.
Oh Jesus!
No, I mean, I'm
And-
Googling it. I never saw the movie.
Yeah, well, you need to because this. Oh my god! And it has what's his name from?
Now I have to look.
It's got Diego
shit,
Luna
I
in
can't
it.
remember the name of the show.
Is that the guy from Rogue One?
I don't think so. No, this is like 22 years ago.
Hmm.
But
It
yeah,
says Diego Luna as Sancho.
Oh. And it's got that
Family
guy from
Matters!
what was that show?
Darius
Yes.
McCrary.
And he's a vampire hunter. And he talks like this, and it is so fucking horrible. Oh my god! What do you do in the Somerset, Mom? Sweet.
This was definitely entirely filmed in Mexico for tax reasons.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what? Fair
But
enough.
if we're gonna talk about Mexican vampires, we got to talk about From Dusk Till Dawn. Not actually a vampire
absolutely.
movie, though.
And just completely ignore any sequels that were attached to that film.
Never forget
Yes.
that Quentin Tarantino wrote a scene in that movie where the actor was required to drink tequila from Salma Hayek's feet and then cast himself in that role.
Yes.
That wasn't just a meme?
Because if you know about Quentin
No.
Tarantino.
Oh, God.
No, it wasn't. Quentin Tarantino has a
Ugh.
serious foot fetish, which has been documented on
He-
numerous
people are weird.
occasions, and
I-
some very weird occasions of which photos exist. But the less said about that, the better. Yes, because this is a fucking family show, okay? And I don't talk about that bullshit on a fucking
Right.
family show. No. Yes, Max. If you know QT, yes, one of the most overrated directors in modern film history. But I digress.
His one film that I really, really enjoyed was Four Rooms, and I'm not sure if that had more to do with Robert Rodriguez directing a lot of it.
You know, that's a very good point. That is a very good point. Because Everyone's like, "Ooh, Reservoir Dogs, no, Pulp Fiction, ooh, Jackie Brown." It's like, yeah, I see that they all. I know I'm going to piss some people saying this, but it's they all blend together. It all feels the same. It's just, I don't know. Is
Remember
it
that
me?
scene in Pulp Fiction? Oh wait, that was Django Unchained.
Yeah.
Remember that Itchy and Scratchy? Oh wait,
Right.
I'm sorry.
Poochie. He died on the way back to his home
Moochie's
planet.
dead! Yay!
I must go. My planet needs me.
We're talking the original dog from hell. You mean Cerebus?
Poochie.
He needs to be 10% more extreme. And Wednesday again, dropping the bombs, correct and tedious. Thank you. I feel personally vindicated now that I'm not alone.
Not as up his ass as Kevin Smith is, but close. Actually, you know what? That's kind of a tie.
What the? I don't know. Kevin Smith was never really a favorite, but his first films I enjoyed, but then he was just a dance number in Clerks 2 that I was like, what? What? What am I watching? And from there, it just went downhill.
The fact Jeff with
At least for me.
the fact
anyway.
no one has brought up Blood and Donuts makes him weep. Okay, go to
Because I've never seen it. Okay, is it on Tubi? Tubi is a large part of the show.
They don't have ad space here, but
If they did.
okay, there's several TV episodes.
Okay.
Oh wait, 1995 movie maybe? Vampire falls for a woman working in a donut shop. Is this Finnish?
Okay, tell me more.
Seems Finnish.
Fetish?
Finnish. That country that isn't real.
What? Oh.
Finland, Toronto, same thing.
Finland. Oh. A country where I quite want to be.
Yeah, so
Bowling, fishing.
this is
or
going to have
fishing.
to I'm not seeing where it's streaming. Yeah, Canadian Donut Shop. So
Takes place in a Tim Hortons.
all are Tim Hortons.
Just as all is Tubi. All are Tim Hortons.
Oof.
Canadian donut shop. So a lot of people say sorry.
David Cronenberg's in it.
Bony trekking or just watching TV. I knew Max would get it. Finland has it all. And ladies and gentlemen, we come up to the top of the hour and the end of our show. Thank you both so much for joining me tonight. Orty, where can
Well, you can find me back on X. Yeah, I said it. As Ordnance Packard, I got my suspension lifted. You can find me Tuesday night, probably with you and Rick, and hopefully Jeff will come back to us on Rancor Steve's Manorama on his Rumble channel. You can find me Wednesday with Rick on Rick and Orty. You can find me this week I got Thursday off. And then Saturday you can find me on another episode of Juxtober as we deep dive into vampires with Rick on Juxtaposition.
Yeah. Sweet. And Janelle,
so you can find me on Twitter, YouTube, and also Instagram a little bit at Janelle Waz, JANELLEWAZ. I just did a video on my YouTube channel about Starfleet conventions or conferences and kidnappings, and there's more to come.
Awesome. Again, thank you both for joining me in this rather irreverent look at fictional vampirism.
Hey, happy to be here.
Happy to be had.
And we're gonna call it a night. And thank all of you for joining us, and hope you have an excellent rest of the evening and a tip-top week.